Welcome to another Travel Time Ventures video experience. This time it's the beautiful Nepal. This trip was in 2022, more of Hindu temple visits and a sacred pilgrimage in Nepal. Our objective was Muktinath, which is close to 4,000 meters above sea level. Come on folks, let's explore what we saw and where. We started our 6-day trip from Bengaluru, India, flying into Kathmandu, Nepal. We will explore 3 different altitude regions in Nepal: Kathmandu, Pokhara, and Jomsom. As a Marriott member, I always choose Marriotts for my stay. This was Marriott, Kathmandu. The room was just okay, not much to it, but we did get to witness a Nepali wedding party, dancing all the way. Started our first stop at the UNESCO World Heritage Site, Pashupatinath Temple, Nepal. The temple dates pre-Vedic origin, which got renovated multiple times by kings and emperors to ministers of current day. It is on the banks of famous Bagmati River. This is a sacred abode of Hindu god Shiva. Here is a panoramic view of the temple premises. Next, we went to another UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Buddha Stupa. This is the largest spherical stupa in Nepal. It is a place of pilgrimage for Buddhists around the world. Here's an aerial panoramic view of this magnificent structure for you. Our next stop was the Budhanhan Temple, or the Sleeping Vishnu Temple. There's no Lord Vishnu temple like this one. It is an open-air temple that is popular among Hindus and Buddhists alike. The name of the place has Nilakantha as the name, which is another name for Lord Shiva. Mythologically, the reason behind is that the pond or water body where Lord Vishnu is laying down is coming from a river born out of Lord Shiva. Here is Lord Vishnu laying down on the bed of snake in the holy pond. We took a flight from Kathmandu to Pokhara. Now Pokhara is a beautiful city sitting about 2,700 feet above sea level. It is the base for many trekking trails in the Himalayas. A very small, compact and efficient airport where we got our bags quickly as we headed to rest for the day. Our first visit in Pokhara that evening was to a Gurkha museum. They are soldiers recruited by British Army with very specific skills, known for their bravery and professionalism and loyalty. The Mahendra Caves was our next sightseeing stop near Pokhara. It was deep and almost 650 meters long. Quite inside with a Shiva Linga inside, this is worshipped as a Shiva temple. Coming out of the superb limestone caves, a milk river awaited for us. Our next stop was the City River. The water is so pure and has a white color, hence the name. We tasted the water and enjoyed the flow of the river among the wilderness of nature. Vindhyabhasini Temple was our next stop. Located on a small hill, this temple is sacred for goddess worshippers. The serene atmosphere here atop the hill is a good spot for great meditation. Gupteshwar Caves, a limestone cave that has a little bit of trek going down to see the amazing Devis falls through the cave. The falls is visible through a small opening through the cave. What a surprisingly spectacular sight. After a short walk on Pokhara streets for shopping, we proceeded to complete our main pilgrimage to Muktinath. The flight from Pokhara to Jomsom, the closest town to Muktinath temple, was very small and a dangerous flight. It often gets tangled in air pressure holes, I heard. But look at the beauty of untouched beauty of the Himalayas. The airport, with a short runway in the backdrop of snow-capped Himalayas, and the pleasantness in the air welcomed us. This is probably the smallest plane, shortest runway, and smallest airport that I have ever been in. From the airport, we walked out to the only one street in town to a lodge. This is run by Maya and her family. Shout out to her for such great food, hospitality, and clean rooms. After a bit of sleeping in the cold of the night without a heater, the next day we set out our pilgrimage to Muktinath temple. Along the way we saw the river Kandagi, beautiful valley and wonderful landscapes. This was a 22-kilometer ride from Jomsom town to the base of the hills where Muktinath temple is located. The elevation of the hills was about 3,800 meters above sea level. After we reached the bottom, we started our 2.5-hour hike up to the temple. There is definitely a lack of oxygen that will be felt along the way. Lots of gasps and rests, we reached out to our sacred place. There are 2 ponds before the shrine to dip and get rid of sins like ego, desire, etc. to get to the shrine. This shrine contains 108 holy waters and very sacred for all religious people. I collected in a little bottle the sacred water for home distribution. The temple is sacred for Hindus as it is one of the 108 Vishnu shrines. It is also Sakta Pita where head of goddess Sati is believed to be present. To the Buddhists, this is the place of Padmasambhava. Started the journey down after a great accomplishment, and on the way back to Jomsom we collected few sacred fossil stones from river Kandagi, otherwise called as Saligrama stones for our altar. That's our journey to Muktinath temple and trek on Himalayas range in Nepal. We flew back from Jomsom to Pokhara and back to Kathmandu and journey back. Please like and subscribe for travel experiences.